Hi, I'm Hosean Leong. Join me as part of Singapore Global Network's virtual program as we celebrate Singapore's 59th birthday. Today, we're going to find out what makes Singapore home, truly. I'll be diving into Singapore's history, exploring new adventures, and I'm going to be meeting some of Singapore's sports superstars, as well as eating my way throughout Singapore. Now, I'm in one of my favorite neighborhoods, Joo Chiat, and I've been told that there's a diamond somewhere around here. Let's go!
Welcome to the Intan. My name is Alvin. I'm the proud owner and founder of the Intan Peranakan Home Museum. Intan means rose-cut diamond in Baba Malay. I call my home the Intan because it shows the different facets of Peranakan culture. Come, let me show you what's inside.
Hi, Alvin.
Baba, Hosean, welcome back to the Intan. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank
Yes,
you.
no,
My
come.
goodness. You know, I've come here all the time, and after I see this, I get blown away. So tell us, what is this doing here?
My friend, this is what we call an ancestral altar. Many Peranakans were Chinese, right? So ancestral worship was very important in part of our lifestyle. So this was very much part of a Peranakan home.
I see. And over here, I'm looking at this big piece of furniture. What is it?
This is what we call a sideboard or a dresser. Very European in style. But look closely, the carvings on the top. You start to see Chinese elements, the peony flower, phoenixes, and what almost look like a pair of American eagles flanking both sides of a European furniture.
You know, this will never be able to fit into my HDB flat, you know, right?
That's why it's here.
Okay, thanks.
So these are what we call mother of pearl chairs. Very important, especially in the front of the house. Why? Because looking at it, we know it's Chinese, very elaborate, very meticulous. But did you know that the family that used to own this pair of chairs was related to one of our ex-presidents? And he would come and sit on one of these chairs every Chinese New Year. This is the famous Singapore Airlines staircase, where the Singapore Airline girl comes down this stairway. Now, on this stairway is beautiful containers, mangkuk tingkat or the tiffin carrier. And on the right are spittoons. And these were all made in Czechoslovakia and Poland. Peranakans were so wealthy, commissioning enamel wares from Eastern Europe, porcelain from China.
They were the original Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, I think now it's time for some kueh-kueh. Please, come, let's follow me.
Okay, my goodness, you know, there's nothing more amazing than having Peranakan kuehs for tea time. So let's tell us more about the kueh. What are the names?
So you have the yellow one, which is called kueh bengka. The green one is called kueh salat. Now the multicolored one.
My family's Cantonese, and we used to call this gao tang kueh, which is like 9 levels of kueh. You know, Alvin, there's one question I want to ask you. How do we preserve Peranakan culture in your own opinion? Are we doing it right?
Yeah. So I get that question quite often. People ask me, how do you be a Peranakan, for example? For me, to know your Peranakan, to know your ancestry, to know your identity at certain point in your life, whether you're Peranakan, Hainanese, Cantonese, Indian, Malay, that identity will come back by itself. For me, that was what it was. I never grew up with all these things, but today, I'm a very happy
You live
and
and breathe it now.
in a museum, yes.
And in a district and an area in Joo Chiat where there's so much preservation, and I hope they remain this way, where we have the architecture. But is this typically architecturally Peranakan?
So that's very meaningful for me because a house like this would be something that my grandmother used to live in. And I think Joo Chiat Katong today still retains a lot of the identity. Obviously, the business activities have changed, the residents have changed, but the heart and the soul of Joo Chiat, to me, still remains.
So it's still very kampong in a sense.
Very much
Still
so.
village-like, the feel.
Very much so.
It makes me just want to move here and live here, but I'm broke. So, your home is a museum, okay? So, which is your most precious artifact?
One of the most precious things I have in this museum would probably be a pair of shoes because it's the only thing that my grandmother left my mother. Everything else you see here is collected by me. And for me, I always say heirloom pieces are the most precious.
Wow, that's a beautiful story. You know, Alvin, every time I come here, it's always been so insightful. I learn something new every time. And so thank you for having this conversation with me again.
You're most welcome. Okay, you very long-winded lah.
Long.
I think now makan time lah. Yeah. Say.
Makan. I'm glad I filled up because we are going on an adventure next.